The document was never meant to leave the server room at Giga, Texas. Stamped with a crimson confidential internal engineering eyes-only watermark, the PDF contained a single, terrifying simulation graph that defied every safety protocol written since the invention of the seatbelt. It was 3:42 a.m. when a junior structural analyst, whose name has been scrubbed from every employment database in the state of Texas, stared at the monitor in paralyzed silence. The simulation didn't show the car crumpling. It didn't show the kinetic energy dispersing through the frame as physics and the NHTSA demanded. It showed the vehicle turning into a monolithic, unyielding anvil that transferred 100% of the impact force directly into the biological matter sitting in the driver's seat. This wasn't a car. It was a stainless steel tomb. The analyst hovered their finger over the enter key, preparing to forward the data to a private Proton Mail account, initiating a chain reaction that would threaten to vaporize $40 billion of market capitalization. This is not just a story about a polarized truck design or a polarizing CEO. This is the forensic anatomy of a metallurgical gamble that went catastrophically wrong. A deep dive into the silent panic currently gripping the insurance underwriters of the world, and the shocking engineering reality hidden beneath 30x cold-rolled stainless steel. To understand the gravity of the Cybertruck's safety crisis, we must first surgically remove the marketing hype and look at the raw physics of the machine. For decades, the automotive industry has operated on a sacred principle, the crumple zone. When a vehicle strikes a solid object, the metal is designed to fold like an accordion, sacrificing the machine to save the human. The time it takes for that metal to crush extends the duration of the deceleration, reducing the G-forces exerted on the brain and internal organs. It is a blood-soaked lesson learned from 70 years of highway fatalities. But in 2019, inside the glass walls of Tesla's design studio, a decision was made that ignored this fundamental law of motion. By choosing an ultra-hard, 30x cold-rolled stainless steel exoskeleton, an alloy so tough it literally broke the stamping presses at the factory, Tesla backed themselves into a corner from which there is no easy escape. The material does not want to crumple. It does not want to yield. In a high-speed collision, if the car doesn't deform, the passengers do. The leaked internal memos we have reviewed suggest that early crash simulations resulted in G-force readings that were survivable only in theory. Assuming the human body was made of titanium rather than bone and tissue. But the betrayal goes deeper than just the occupants. We need to talk about the pedestrians. The Cybertruck's front end is a geometric nightmare for anyone unfortunate enough to be in its path. Traditional pedestrian safety regulations, particularly those strictly enforced in the European Union, mandate a certain amount of give in the hood and bumper to mitigate head injuries during an impact. They also require rounded edges to prevent shearing lacerations. The Cybertruck is a collection of acute angles and hardened steel planes. It is, effectively, a rolling guillotine. This explains why, despite the massive pre-order numbers, the vehicle faces a near impossible road to legalization in European markets. The silence from regulators in the US has been deafening, but beneath the surface, insurance actuaries are screaming. Data emerging from repair shops indicates that even minor fender benders are resulting in total loss declarations because the unibody exoskeleton cannot be straightened. The cost to repair is astronomical, the parts availability is non-existent, and the structural integrity after a repair is questionable at best. This creates a hidden financial time bomb for owners, uninsurability. But let's go back to the factory floor. The difficulty of working with this specific alloy led to what insiders call the micron tolerance lie. While the public was told the truck would have sub-10 micron accuracy, the reality of mass-producing stamped stainless steel resulted in panel gaps wide enough to slide a finger through. This isn't just cosmetic. These gaps allow moisture ingress into high-voltage areas. Reports of Cybertrucks bricking after going through car washes aren't just anecdotes. They are symptoms of a systemic failure to seal a vehicle that fights its own assembly process. The rigidity of the chassis is transmitting road vibrations directly into the battery pack mountings, causing microfractures in the coolant lines over time. This is the hidden lithium meltdown scenario that keeps battery engineers awake at night. If that coolant leaks onto the cells due to vibration stress, the resulting thermal runaway would be contained inside a steel box that is incredibly difficult for firefighters to cut open. We are looking at a potential scenario where rescue crews simply cannot extract passengers in time because the jaws of life shatter against the hardened exoskeleton. The irony is palpable. The very feature marketed as the ultimate protection, the bulletproof skin, becomes the ultimate trap in a post-crash fire scenario. Furthermore, the steer-by-wire system, a technological marvel on paper, introduces a digital layer of abstraction between the driver and the road. In traditional mechanical systems, if the power fails, a physical linkage remains. In the Cybertruck, if the redundant electrical bus fails, a possibility in a severe electromagnetic event or a catastrophic short circuit, the wheels lock in their last known position. You are a passenger in a 6,600-pound missile. The betrayal in our title refers to the gap between the promise of an apocalypse-proof vehicle and the reality of a fragile, experimental platform that uses its customers as unpaid beta testers. Elon Musk bet the company's future on a design that ignored manufacturing limitations and basic safety physics. The $40 billion figure isn't just the development cost. It's the potential liability exposure facing the company as these trucks hit the road in volume. Every crash is a data point. Every lawsuit is a crack in the dam. And as we examine the suspension geometry, we find cast aluminum parts that are snapping under off-road stress tests, parts that were supposedly designed for the surface of Mars but are failing. In the suburbs of Phoenix, the control arms are suffering from porosity issues in the casting process, a result of rushing the Giga casting technique without perfecting the metallurgy. When a control arm snaps at 70 miles per hour, the wheel folds under the chassis, and the stainless steel wedge digs into the asphalt, potentially flipping the vehicle. This is not fearmongering, this is physics. The Cybertruck is not just a car, it is a statement of hubris. It is what happens when you are surrounded by yes men who are afraid to tell you that stainless steel doesn't absorb impact energy. The world is watching a slow-motion crash test, not of a single truck, but of an entire automotive philosophy. The legacy of this vehicle will not be defined by its acceleration or its towing capacity, but by the forensic reports filed after the first major pileup. As we peel back the layers of the cyberbeast, we find not a revolution, but a regression, a return to the pre-safety era of rigid structures, masked by the allure of futurism. The truth is sharp, it is cold, and it is made of steel.